Surprise, surprise, mother sucker, the king is back! And boy, I have missed this. Welcome back to another episode of South Stand Signings, the series. Of course, we go through everything happening in and around the world of Leeds United. And we have a little talk about it. And it has been a few days and a few hot days of Leeds United transfer action, and I'm so happy to be back here with you boys on a Tuesday morning. I do believe it is 3 a.m. on a Monday right now. We are back at it. I have been moving house, so I've had a lot of stuff to deal with. I haven't been able to get to you guys, but that's all changing now, baby. We are back, and I don't want to waste any more of your time because, boy, there is so much to talk about. So let's get straight into the meat of the action. Woo! This feels good, baby. And what a first story we have to talk about. If anyone has been watching for the past few weeks, the past month, even longer than that, then you will know there is one man that Leeds have been linked with that I am absolutely in love with. You guys don't waste an opportunity to tell me about it in the comment section every single video. And it is this man, Tyler Adams. And according to numerous reports, especially from that man Fabrizio Romano, Leeds United are set to secure the signing of Tyler Adams from Rasenballsport Leipzig. It is a done deal. Here we go. Deal completed for around £20 million. What an absolute steal that is, by the way. Of course, there are going to be add-ons included. It's 100% agreed. Jesse Marsh wanted him, and he will travel to England soon to undergo his medical tests and sign a long-term deal with Leeds United. This is absolutely beautiful scenes. Yes, it still doesn't change the fact that Calvin Phillips has gone, and seeing him in that City shirt and that City jumper, oh, it just feels wrong. It just, it hurts, man. It hurts. But this goes a long way to help resurrect the pain a little bit, or rather resurrect against the pain and erect some hope and some prosperity over to Ellen Road. Tom Bogger also touched on this, saying one thing to add here from a New York Red Bulls standpoint. Tyler Adams' original clause from New York Red Bulls when he signed for Leipzig included a 33% sell-on clause, so they're going to be making $8 million from this. So New York, or rather Rasenballsport Leipzig, aren't making a hell of a lot of money out of this fee, and there was a lot of fear, obviously, before that this deal wasn't going to get done because of the whole debacle we did have going on with RB Leipzig. Of course, the court case around Jean-Kevin Augustin, although it does seem like that has happened now. There were talks the other day about Leeds apparently having a done deal for Kamara, and that was going to be £30 million. So this, for me, is an absolute steal, an absolute bargain, and I think him alongside Mark Roca in the midfield, oh my God, Leeds will be rocking until the sun stops shining. That is a beautiful duo, and Leeds, I'm telling you, I've got such a good feeling about this one. I think he is the perfect player for Leeds United, and we're actually going to start keeping some clean sheets now. I'm telling you, those sheets are not just going to be clean, they are going to be fluffy, plumpy, juicy, flowery, well scented, and absolutely orgasmic. Perfectly strong midfield we're going to have now with him and Rocker in there. A good strong back four. Hopefully we are going to sign another centre back. Even if we don't, because of the strength in the midfield now, I really feel confident about next season going forward. And it's looking good, man. It's looking good. Let me know what you guys think about this down below, though. Are you happy with Tyler Adams? Are you feeling as confident as me? Are you feeling the rhythm, feeling the rhyme, wanting to get on up like it's bobsleigh time? Would you rather have had Mohamed Kamara? And do you still think there's a chance we could get Mo Kamara? Do you think there's a chance we could get both? I was hearing talks about that. Obviously, the original stories were saying that Leeds had agreed to deal with Kamara and that we were going to get Tyler Adams on loan. But now it does seem like that move is going to be a permanent one, and that we could potentially still go in for Kamara. I don't see it happening. I'd still like us to go in and at least try and test the waters for an O'Brien or someone, get a backup centre midfielder, because if we are going to be playing a two-man midfield, we don't really have any further backup other than, of course, Adam Forshaw, who's got his injury problems himself. So I would like us to test the waters with another one, but this is a beautiful deal. I am so happy about this one. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section down below. Also, just a little pause in the video right here, but we do like to use our statistics on this channel, and rumours have it that 68% of you are not subscribed. What are you playing at? That is my question. Leeds are making some hot transfer action this summer. And why don't you make some hot transfer action yourself and sign for the most forward-thinking pioneers to ever grace the beautiful game and join the family by hitting that subscribe button down below. And if you do enjoy the content, maybe drop it a like as well. But that is, of course, not needed, especially if you don't like it. Then let me know how much of it I am. But let's not waste any more of your time. Let's get straight into the next story from Pranav Shahini. And that is, of course, that a finance expert has said that Leeds United's game with Bournemouth could be rescheduled. It goes on to talk about that historic game when Leeds got promoted in 1990 and there was a lot of hooliganism around Leeds United travelling over to the seaside. Would you call it a seaside town? Beach town, beach city, seaside town, whatever you want to call it. But there was a lot of trouble when we did go over there. Of course, not transfer action, but still a worrying story nonetheless. But not as worrying as this next story here. And when I saw this news, it shook me to my very core. I felt sick inside. I felt horrifically bad. I felt nauseous, worried, anxious. Any kind of bad adjectives you can throw at it, and that is this story right here. Jamie Shackleton and Tyler Roberts set to leave Leeds United on loan this week. Tyler Roberts, man. Tyler Roberts, man. Why? Why, my boy? Why, my boy? Tyler Roberts does seem set to leave on loan. I'm sure a lot of you guys will be very happy about this. Not me. Not me. I really do like the guy as a person, as a player. I think he's underrated. Technically, he's very good. Yes, he has his consistency problems. Maybe going down to the championship could help him deal with this, but he is going to be leaving. Apparently, Joe Depp, if you are watching, my man, I know you're not going to be very happy about that one either. But I am sorry to tell you that Tyler Roberts does seem set to leave Leeds United this week along with Jamie Shackleton. According to the Yorkshire Evening Post, Shackleton and Roberts are likely to finalise their loan exits this week. Roberts has been linked with moves to QPR and Hull City, while Shackleton has seen a number of clubs express an interest in his services. Is this the right decision, they question? Cresswell's already joined Milan in order to garner some first-team minutes next season after a breakthrough campaign at Ellen Road. Could that be a useful strategy for these two men right here? And do you see any of them getting back into the team once that loan spell is done? Shackleton, I'm afraid to say, I really don't see it. Unless if he sets the world alight and he develops massively, I just don't really see it, man. I don't really see it. By the way, they're looking at this picture here. The more time goes on and the more I look at it, that first home kit we got, oh my god, it was something special, man. Something special. I mean, I'm excited to see what we do next year, but this kit, for me, is so beautiful. This is one of the best kits we've ever had. Blue and the white, just the way it's so clean. And it's so oh man, it's so beautiful. But sorry, that's just me getting distracted anyway. But I don't really see him getting back into the side. Tyler Roberts, maybe there's a chance. Maybe there's a chance. But this does seem like it is his final curtain call at Leeds United. Unfortunately, if he is to go out on loan, he has his own injury problems. He has his own consistency problems. Maybe he could nail those out in the championship, but I don't have too high hopes for it. Funny, he could be going to Hull City, actually, after he absolutely tore them a new one while we were in the championship. But, story for another day. And speaking of a story for another day, and a story you guys want to hear today, Phil Hay drops a massive Charles de Ketelaere update along with Tyler Adams, but we all know about Tyler Adams by now. In a recent post on Twitter, the Athletic journalist revealed that following Victor Orta's move for Feyenoord winger Luis Sinisterra, Oi! We're going to be getting onto that in a minute. Let's not spoil that one. The Spanish director of football remains strongly interested in deals for both the Club Brugge forward and Rasenballsport Leipzig midfielder. In his tweets, Hay said, reported in the Telegraph this morning that a central midfielder and forward remain targets for Leeds. Interest in Tyler Adams and Charles de Ketelaere seem very strong. And before we do get into the whole Luis Sinisterra, or should I say Frank Sinisterra Jr., stories, there is a lot of people questioning why have Leeds suddenly switched up from going from a player like Cody Gakpo over to Sinisterra. It seems to have happened very, very quickly. Now, what I am hearing is apparently Cody Gakpo was going to command too high of a transfer fee. And not that Leeds couldn't afford it in general, but apparently Leeds are really looking for that Charles de Ketelaere signing, and that is the one that we do want to break the bank on. So we are going to have to go a little bit cheaper when it does come to a winger. That is apparently what we're looking at. That is apparently the story that is emerging around Leeds United. And Charles de Ketelaere does look like someone Leeds could have a big chance in landing. He does apparently favour a move over to AC Milan. Not very good if you are a Leeds United fan. However, Leeds could pull out all the stops, especially if we are saving money for him by going for cheaper targets elsewhere. It does seem like we are going to have the money in the bank to pull him over. He's only on 17 grand a week right now. We could definitely bump that up with some Premier League pay packaging. I think it's exciting. I pose a question for you guys. How much are you willing to pay for him? Because we're talking about breaking the bank for him. He isn't very proven. Let's be real here. There's a lot of people talking about these Salzburg Dons we're getting not being very proven. He's not very proven. He's very young. He's playing in the Belgian league, which is not the highest caliber of competition. Let's be real here. He is not a proven commodity. £34 million. Is it too much? Is it too little? Let me know what you guys think about it down below. It's a very interesting one. I think I would just about go for that. If they're talking £40 million or anything upwards of that, I'd say we could probably be smarter investing our money elsewhere, like in a player like Calimuendo or something like that. Now, onto the big one, the big story, the mucho grande. Feyenoord sale record to be smashed as Leeds United board in talks for Luis Sinisterra. Leeds United board are locked in extensive talks to seal the monster new signing of Feyenoord winger Luis Sinisterra, according to De Telegraph. And let's go over to that story by De Telegraph, and it says Leeds United remove Luis Sinisterra from Feyenoord for a record amount. This is a little bit broken English because this is Google translated from Dutch, but we move. Feyenoord loses attacker Luis Sinisterra for a record amount to Premier League club Leeds United. The Rotterdammers will receive 25 million euros for the Colombian, an amount that increase due to bonuses, of course. So what this is looking like is a deal that is apparently going to cost around £25.8 million when all is said and done. However, a deal that is going to garner an original 21.5 initial fee, and then of course we are going to top this up with a lot of add-ons, and they are expecting this deal to be done very, very shortly. Of course, the question marks around this are of course surrounding Rafinha. Is Rafinha going to stay? Is he going to go? There's talks now that apparently Rafinha is happy to stay at Leeds United for another year or another half season until Barcelona buck their ideas up. However, it does look like Sinisterra is coming, and they are expecting Rafinha to eventually leave over to Barcelona, and I do think they will get this one done pretty quickly. I think the whole Cody Gakpo thing is because he costs so much. They were waiting to see what happened with the Rafinha thing. However, because Sinisterra is around for a little bit cheaper of a fee, we could be getting him before the sale of Rafinha is conducted. Now, Luis Sinisterra, is he on the level of a player like Cody Gakpo? Is he potentially better than a player like Cody Gakpo? I think he does offer a little bit more of that X factor, you know, that dribbling, that flair, that quality that we were losing in a player like Rafinha. The argument surrounding him is that he likes to play more wide, you know, the way Leeds like to play. Apparently under Jesse Marsh, we're going to want to play with inside forwards or wingers that can play in that inside attacking midfield role. However, he likes to play more wide. He likes to hug the width more, and that's how he gets his goals, that's how he gets his actions. But his stats are still very, very good. And let's have a little look at those statistics, those stackaroonies. First of all, in 30 Eredivisie appearances last season, he scored 12 goals, garnering 7 further assists. That is 19 goal contributions in 30 games. A very saucy amount. And if we do a little bit of quick maths here, that in fact equates to a goal contribution every 127 minutes, which is not too shabby, Alonso. Then we have a little look at the Europa Conference League, where he got 10 goal contributions in 12 appearances, which is an even more impressive goal contribution every 101.6 minutes. And then we get into the Europa Conference League qualifiers, where his goal contribution rate gets even more impressive with 8 goal contributions in 6 appearances, which equates to a goal contribution every 62.6 minutes. Overall, the guy is absolutely stellar. He is quality. He has been in ripe hot form this season. 23 goals and 14 assists, 37 goal contributions in 49 appearances. Oh my god, that is electric. And if we do one last bit of quick maths here, a bit of Hegarty maths, if you will, that equates to a total goal contribution output of a goal contribution every 108 minutes. Now, obviously, you'd expect this to maybe lower a little bit in the Premier League. You'd expect him to find it a little bit more difficult to find the back of the net. But then again, he is only 23 years of age. So there's still a lot of scope for development for the main man. And if you compare his stats this year to his stats last season, where he only got 3 goals and 6 assists in 20 appearances, a total of 12 goal contributions in 25 games, there is a big increase in performances for him. He's been asked to play a lot more minutes, and in result, he has scored a lot more goals and garnered a lot more assists. I've been seeing a lot of clips of him recently, of him getting the ball out wide, licking players for fun. Oh my god, he looks audaciously high quality, and someone who I am very, very excited to see don the Leeds United kit this season. But let me know which one of these moves you guys want to see down in the comment section down below, and which one of them excites you the most. Are you happy with the Leeds United's transfer business so far this season, and what do you want to see done to improve it? Let me know down in the comment section down below. But for now, guys, I will see you very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters.